intestinal hormone of the placenta, and then we can also do the hormone of the gonads also. Okay, so now the hormones of gonads, hormones of gonads, gonads. Human being have the two types of gonads are there. These are the testes and ovary. So testes and ovary will release the different types of the hormones. Now testis, okay, endocrine part of the testis is called as the interstitial cell or Leydig cell. Now we write here testis. So here endocrine part of testis, in human male is the Leydig cell or the Leydig cell, Leydis. Leydig cell. Okay, Leydig cell. This is the Leydig cells are the endocrine part. Okay, endocrine part of the testis. Now, okay, Leydig cell, interstitial cells. These are also called as the Leydig cell, or we can say interstitial cell. This is also called as the interstitial cell. Sometime in the exam they ask interstitial cell, they don't ask the Leydig cell. So remember that. And interstitial cells of the testis stimulated to secrete the male sex hormone called as the androgen. Okay. So, okay, hormones are known as the androgen. Androgens. Androgen. Okay, and androgens. Now, androgens are of the four types. Androgens are of four types. First is called as our testosterone. Testosterone. Okay, testosterone. Second one is called as the androsterone. Third one, okay, is called as epiandrosterone. Epiandrosterone. And the fourth one is called as dehydroepiandrosterone. Epiandrosterone. Okay. Epiandrosterone. And androsterone. There is no E. STRONE. So here also STRONE. Okay, STRONE. Okay, now function of the, just we write the function of the testosterone. Finish. Only one function we will do, function of the testosterone. According to syllabus, so we have to do the function of the testosterone. Now here we write the functions of testosterone. Functions of testosterone. Function of testosterone hormone. So now here, testosterone, it controls the growth and development of secondary sex organs. Okay, number one, it controls growth and development of secondary sex organs. Development of secondary sex organs. Like, you can say like epididymis and prostate gland. Epididymis, then the prostate gland, etc. Okay, prostate gland, etc. Okay. So now second function, we'll go. Second function is Okay. Stimulate spermatogenesis. Stimulate spermatogenesis. Spermatogenesis genesis and secondary sexual character. And secondary sexual character. Okay, this is very simple. So now, okay, secondary sexual character, and then okay, testosterone. Okay, now okay, now the disease cause. Okay, now the disease or disorder. Disorder is important. Disorder, they're very, very important. If the testosterone will be less, okay, the failure of testosterone secretion, the failure of testosterone secretion causes a disease known as disease is called as unicoidism. Okay, disease is called as unicoidism. Unicoidism. CHOIDISM. Okay, that is called as E. This is our E. Okay. EUNUCHICHOIDISM. And its symptoms are okay, reduce secondary okay, reduce secondary sexual character, reduce secondary sexual character and failure of secondary sex organs and failure of spermatogenesis and failure of spermatogenesis. Failure of spermatogenesis. This is the disorder. Okay, then we go to next one now, the ovaries. Okay, ovaries. Now next one is about the testis. Now next one, we go to second one. We'll go to ovary. The ovary now. So you can write here ovaries. Okay, ovaries. Okay, so here, online students, ovaries have the three types of female hormones. It secretes very important. It secretes three types of female hormones. Three types of female hormones. Three types of female hormones. You have to write that down. Female hormones of three types, and these hormones are estrogen. Okay, three types of female hormones are there. They are known as the estrogens. Okay. A will be estrogen. B will be progesterone. Okay. Progesterone. Then progesterone. Then C. Okay, we have the he will be relaxin. So these are the three types of the hormone produced by ovary: estrogen, progesterone, and relaxin, and they have particular functions are there. Now, if you go to the estrogen. Now, okay. Number one, we go to estrogen. Estrogen. Okay, very important point here. Okay, these are a group of steroid hormones. Sometimes they ask the chemical nature of hormone. Okay, these are steroid hormones. Steroid, very important. Steroid, these are steroid hormone. Okay, inline student and offline student, both of them. Yeah, steroid hormone, and they are secreted by follicular epithelial cells of Graafian follicles. These are secreted by secreted by secreted by follicular epithelium of Graafian follicle. Graafian, Graafian follicle. Follicle. Graafian follicle. Okay, so please underline that. These are secreted by follicular epithelium of Graafian follicle in ovary. Okay, Graafian follicle in ovary. Very important point there. Okay. Uh, these are also produced by. These are also produced by. Okay, produced by adrenal cortex and placenta. Adrenal cortex produced by. These are also produced by adrenal cortex and placenta. That also point you have to note down that. Sometimes they ask in the exam, the hormone is produced by which endocrine organ. So sometimes they give this adrenal cortex and placenta also. So you have to remember that. Adrenal cortex and placenta. Okay. Now after that we are going to do the functions of that. Okay. Okay. Okay, so the function of the estrogens. We go to the functions of estrogen. This part is finished. Upper part. This part finished. Okay. Now we go to the functions of estrogen. Functions. Okay, very simple function. Estrogen stimulates growth. Okay, growth. Stimulates growth and normal functioning of. Okay. Female secondary sex organ. Functioning of female secondary sex organ. Female secondary sex organ. Okay, then after that, it helps in beginning of menstrual cycle. It helps in beginning of menstrual cycle. This is the function we have to note down. Then we go to progesterone function. Number one was estrogen. Then second one will be the progesterone. Okay. So here write the progesterone. Okay. It is also steroid hormone. It is also a steroid hormone. Okay. And steroid hormone secreted by a yellow endocrine gland. It's very important. Yellow endocrine gland, secreted by yellow endocrine gland, known as yellow endocrine gland known as corpus luteum. CORPUS. Corpus luteum. Corpus luteum. Corpus luteum formed, FORMED, formed from empty Graafian follicle. Empty Graafian follicle. Empty Graafian follicle during pregnancy. During pregnancy. PREGNANCY. Okay. So they are formed. This is very important. These hormones are formed from a yellow endocrine gland known as secreted by a yellow endocrine gland known as the corpus luteum, formed from empty Graafian follicle during pregnancy. This is very important. They ask in the exam. Okay. This is regarding the progesterone. And progesterone. Then we have to write the functions. Okay, functions of the progesterone. So here it will stimulate proliferation of endometrium. Proliferation means enlargement. Proliferation of endometrium are the tissue in the ovary. So endometrium, ENDO, endometrium. Okay, stimulates proliferation of endometrium of uterus, endometrium of uterus, and prepare it for implantation. And prepares it for implantation. Prepare it for implantation. Okay. Implantation. Then suspend. Second one we go to suspend ovulation. Suspend ovulation during pregnancy. Ovulation during pregnancy. It does not allow ovulation to take place during pregnancy. This is very important point, second one in the exam. And okay. And third one, helps in implantation. Help in implantation, placenta formation. Placenta formation and normal development of the fetus. Placenta formation and normal development. Okay, normal development of fetus. Normal development of fetus. Okay, this is the answer. Normal development of fetus. Okay. Right now, fetus. Okay. Okay, then we go to last one. Number C, relaxin hormone. That is the last hormone of the ovary. Relaxin. Okay. Secreted by corpus albicans. Okay, this is secreted by corpus, CORPUS, corpus albicans. Corpus albicans, secreted by the corpus albicans. Okay, corpus albicans. अच्छा, now form from FORMED, form from corpus luteum, form from corpus luteum, form from corpus luteum. Okay, corpus luteum. All right. So let me see. It helps in perturbation. Its function is there. It helps in perturbation. Okay. Helps in perturbation. Perturbation means the childbirth. Perturbation. Okay, this is all we have finished that. The endocrine part, all of them. So now we are going to do one more, that is the gastrointestinal hormones. Okay. First we do the gastrointestinal hormones. Okay. So here, okay. Last part we go to. Then we start the question after that, the gastrointestinal hormones. Because that is also in the course, so gastrointestinal hormone. Gastrointestinal hormones. Now, first you have to know their name of the hormone. Just make a line there, name, and then we have to go the origin. Origin will be where, somewhere in duodenum or pancreas, whatever. Origin is there, and then physiological effects of the function. Okay, we can go there, function. Okay, function. So here, this is a very important part there. So you see that these all are secreted from these hormones. If you draw them, they are secreted by liver, they are secreted by the duodenum, esophagus, stomach, pancreas, and small intestine. Okay, so now okay, so we'll be writing here. Before that, just one point I left now is right somewhere there, hormones of placenta. Hormones of placenta that we left there. So hormones of placenta are just like estrogen, only one line. Okay, estrogen. Then we have the we have the progesterone, and HCG and HCG. HCG is the human chorionic gonadotropin. Human chorionic, okay, gonadotropin, okay, PROPHIN, gonadotropin, PROPHIN, gonadotropin, human chorionic gonadotropin. Okay. Okay, so here hormones of the gastrointestinal hormone, we go to number one, the gastrin hormone, GASTRIN, gastrin. Okay, then secreted from origin pyloric stomach. Origin will be here. You can go to pyloric stomach. Pyloric part of stomach. Okay. Pyloric part of stomach are xanthophyll cells. is secreted by argentophil. Argento, argentophil, argentophil cells of the pyloric part of stomach. Very important. And secretion of the gastric juice, help in secretion of gastric juice. Gastric juice, secretion of gastric juice, okay, from gastric gland. From gastric gland. Gastric gland, secretion of gastric juice from gastric gland. Okay. Okay, then after that we go to second one will be secretin. Secretin hormone. Okay, this is from the mucosa of duodenum. Mucosa of duodenum. Mucosa of duodenum, and stimulate the release of sodium bicarbonate from pancreas and liver. Stimulate release of sodium bicarbonate. Sodium bicarbonate from pancreas and liver. Okay. So now this second one is our secretin hormone. It is secreted from mucosa of duodenum. Duodenum is suppose this is stomach here. So the first part of the small intestine is called as the duodenum. Okay, duodenum. So here, and this duodenum is connected by the common bile duct and the pancreas, and there will be liver. So duodenum, mucosa of duodenum, it is secreted and helps in the release of the sodium bicarbonate from the pancreas and liver. Pancreas and also the liver will release the salt sodium bicarbonate. Okay, and then after that we go to next hormone is pancreozymin. Third hormone is the pancreozymin. Is the pancreozymin. Pancreozymin, same. It will be mucosa of duodenum. Pancreozymin, mucosa of duodenum, and its function is stimulates the release of secretion of the pancreatic enzyme. Help in secretion of pancreatic enzyme. Like lipase, trypsin, etc. Okay, like the lipase and trypsin, etc. Okay, then cholecytokinin. Next hormone is called as the CCK or the cholecytokinin. Third one is the cholecytokinin. CCK. CCK it is called cholecytokinin. It is also secreted from the mucosa of duodenum. Same. Okay, and cholecytokinin through contraction of the gallbladder to release the bile. Okay, helps in contraction of gallbladder. Very important, this one, cholecytokinin helps in contraction of gallbladder to release bile. Students have to learn all these because in the questions you have to answer this. Okay, then we have the enterogastrone. Number 4 is enterogastrone. Enterogastrone, this also from the mucosa of duodenum, we can write there, mucosa of duodenum, and okay, they will inhibit the secretion of the gastric juice and decrease the rate of contraction of stomach. inhibits secretion of gastric juice. Secretion of gastric juice. Inhibits secretion of gastric juice. Okay, gastric juice, and then decrease the rate of contraction of stomach. Decrease, okay, rate of contraction of stomach. Rate of contraction of stomach. Okay, decrease rate of contraction of stomach, right? Okay, then we go to number 5. 5 is our deocrinin. Deocrinin, C-R-I-N-I-N. Deocrinin same, secreted from the mucosa, okay, of the duodenum. This is deocrinin. And it stimulates the secretion of the mucus from the Werner's gland. Stimulates secretion of mucus. Secretion of mucus from Werner's gland. From Werner's gland. Okay, very important. From the Werner's gland. Okay, then we go to, okay, enterokinin. Number 6, we go to enterokinin. Enterokinin, they are secreted from mucosa of small intestine. Here, mucosa of small intestine. Mucosa of small intestine. Okay, right? Mucosa of small intestine, and stimulates intestinal gland to secrete intestinal juice. Stimulates intestinal gland to secrete intestinal juice. Intestinal juice is called as what? Succus entericus. S-U-C-C-U-S. Succus entericus. Okay, to secrete the succus entericus. And last one, okay, villikinin. Last one, villikinin. Villikinin, number 7. Villikinin. V-I-L-L-I-K-I-N-I-N-E. Villikinin. Villikinin, also mucosa of small intestine. You can write the mucosa of small intestine here also. And they stimulate the movement of the villi. Stimulate movement of villi. Stimulate movement of villi. Movement of villi. Stimulate movement of villi for increased absorption of food. For increased absorption of food. Increased absorption of food. Okay, that much we write here. Okay. So with this we come to end of the hormone, and okay, then the questions are left. Okay, questions are left. So we will do some question today, some question on the next class. Okay, so now here okay, so student will start the question. Now we'll finish now this one. Okay, so we will start the question. Finish this up. Okay. So online student also be ready now for the question. So today we do the easier question, and after that we will next class we do those questions which came in the NEET exam and also the IPMT. Okay. So now. Okay. Okay. So, now online student also, can you write now? I dictate the question. Online student, hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, which one of the following? Write down there. Question number one. Which one of the following is not under the control of pituitary gland? Which one of the following is not under the control of pituitary gland? Not under the control of the pituitary gland. Which one of the following is not under the control of the pituitary gland? So options are number one, adrenal cortex, ADRENAL. I'm writing on the board also, adrenal cortex. Okay, number two will be our adrenal medulla, adrenal medulla, MEDULLA, adrenal medulla. The third one is thyroid, and the fourth one will be testis. Just now we have done one of the hormone, adrenal. Okay, we have done that. Okay, this will be not under the control of the pituitary. They are under the control of the sex corticoid hormone. So here answer will be adrenal medulla is not under the control of the pituitary. Not under the control of the pituitary. Okay, then we go to, okay, now spermatogenesis in mammalian testis. Okay. Second one, spermatogenesis. Spermatogenesis in mammalian testis. Mammalian testis is controlled by okay, spermatogenesis in mammalian testis is controlled by number A, or A will be FSH, follicle stimulating hormone. Okay, number B, it is LH, luteinizing hormone. LH will be luteinizing hormone. We have already done LH. Okay, number C, it is progesterone. Okay, will be progesterone. And then number D, ICSS, interstitial cell stimulating hormone, ICSS. We have done this full form also while doing this. So spermatogenesis in mammalian testis is controlled by the follicle stimulating hormone, or FSH. We have already done the function of the follicle stimulating hormone. If you see that, you will get it. Okay, next question. Now, vasopressin is related with. Today we are doing just easy questions. Okay, now vasopressin is related with. Vasopressin is related with. Vasopressin is related with. Okay. Number A, the dilution of urine. Dilution of urine. Okay. Second one will be increased heartbeat. Increased heartbeat. Number C, it will be that. Okay. Increased heartbeat. Then we have the C will be concentration of urine. Concentration of urine. And number D, it will be decreased heartbeat. Decreased heartbeat. Concentration of urine, then decreased heartbeat. So Vasopressin hormone, as we have already done that, it will be helping in what? Vasopressin is a part of the is a hormone secreted by which gland? Vasopressin. Just you see, all of you please see that. Vasopressin is secreted by which pituitary gland? Endocrine gland. Vasopressin you see in the pituitary and you see in the adrenal gland, so where it is secreted. You see the kidney, adrenal gland, and kidney, you see. So this will be our concentration of urine. Okay, it helps in the concentration of the urine. Vasopressin. You didn't get vasopressin? Huh? Right. You see that we have done that hormone of the posterior pituitary, hormone of the posterior pituitary or neurohypophysis. You see the table there? Posterior pituitary or neurohypophysis. They have two hormones. One is oxytocin and other is the vasopressin or antidiuretic hormone ADS. You got it? Posterior pituitary. Got it? Yeah. Posterior pituitary. It will be the oxytocin hormone, and then vasopressin is also called as antidiuretic hormone. So it will help in permeability of the wall of tubules, to control osmoregulation, and then it will causes diabetes insipidus deficiency. So the vasopressin helps in concentration of urine. Okay, then after that we go to cells of the pancreas that produces glucagon. Okay, the cells of the pancreas. Okay, the cells of the pancreas. The cells of the pancreas okay, that produces glucagon. That produces glucagon is glucagon. Okay, glucagon R. Glucagon R. Okay, these are okay. Number A, alpha cells. Alpha cells. Number B. Okay, alpha cells. Number B, gamma cells. GAMMA. Gamma cells. C. Okay, will be acinar, ACINAR. Acinar cells. And the D will be okay, beta cells. Beta cells. Okay, beta cells. So here alpha cell, gamma cell, acinar cell, and beta cell. So the cell of the pancreas that produces the glucagon is which cell? It's called as the alpha cell. Okay, alpha cell. Beta cell will produce the insulin. Alpha cell will produce the glucagon. No. Okay. Then progesterone is responsible for next question this year. Progesterone. Okay. Progesterone is responsible for progesterone is responsible for progesterone is responsible for okay. Now number A. secretory changes in uterus. Secretory changes in uterus. Number B, stimulates growth of mammary gland. Stimulates growth of mammary gland. Growth of mammary gland. Okay, C. Okay, C will be implantation, and D will be here. Okay, all of these. D will be all of these. So, students, now can you tell me this progesterone will be responsible for what? Secretory changes in uterus. Okay, stimulate the growth of mammary glands, implantation, and all of them. So just now we have done the functions. So all of these, or all of the above. Okay. Then hormones are characterized by. Next question. Hormones are characterized by. Okay. Hormones are characterized by. Question, you can read this. Hormones are characterized by. Hormones are characterized by. Okay, number A, stability. Hormones are characterized by stability. Number B, okay, B is slow in action. Number C, it will be induced long-term regulation. Induced long-term regulation. Number D, okay, D will be all of the above. Okay, so here hormones, they are characterized by stability, slow in action also, because they are stable. They are not easily destroyed once they are released in the bloodstream, and then they go to the target organ, and their action will be very slow, and they are induced by regulatory action of another hormone like stimulating hormone. Okay, and so we take here all of the above. These are the easiest question I'm giving today, but next class it will be very hard question I'm going to give you. Okay, then now next one, yes. Thyroxine hormone in children under secretion of, this is slightly harder one. Under secretion of thyroxine hormone in children causes, under secretion of thyroxine hormone in children causes, okay. Number A, okay, under secretion of thyroxine hormone in children causes, number A, our acromegaly. Number B, it is the cretinism. Okay, cretinism. Number C, it will be goiter. Okay, goiter. And number D, myxedema. Goiter, then myxedema. So, under secretion of the thyroxine will causes what? Okay, so here, Okay. So first one is acromegaly. Acromegaly is characterized by abnormal elongation of limbs and the lower jaw we have done, no? And gorilla-like appearance is there. Is it due to oversecretion of the STH or a somatotrophic hormone or growth hormone? Okay, that is not gigantism they have given, no. Then we have the cretinism. Okay, this cretinism now. Okay, now. Okay, after the this mm, the cretinism, the weakness in the bones, then the goiter is enlargement of the neck, and also the okay, myxedema, right? Myxedema. Okay, you see that myxedema, it occurs due to deficiency of the thyroxine in adults and is called as also Gulf disease. We have already given. It is low body temperature, reduced heart rate, pulse rate, etc. Myxedema. So here answer we can take here the cretinism. Okay, weakness of the bones of the child. So number B, cretinism. And we go to one last question there today. Okay, still time is there, no? We can take one more question there to say, oh, still time is there. Okay, so hyposecretion of neurohypophysis. Hy- Hyposecretion of hypo means here less secretion. Hyposecretion of hyposecretion of neurohypophysis. Neurohypophysis. Okay. Neurohypophysis means what? It will be the posterior pituitary. Neurohypophysis or posterior pituitary. Posterior pituitary. Hypophysis or posterior pituitary causes. Okay. Causes hyposecretion. Okay. Causes what? It causes okay. Number A, goiter. Goiter. Number B, okay, this is encephalitis. 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 C. Okay, C will be our this diabetes insipidus. Diabetes insipidus. Insipidus means there is a glucose in the sugar, and the D will be sorry, glucose in the blood, and the diabetes mellitus. Okay, diabetes mellitus. Diabetes mellitus. Okay, so here last time we have differentiated, no, diabetes insipidus and diabetes mellitus we have done, no. Diabetes mellitus is due to deficiency of the insulin we have done. Insipidus due to deficiency of the vasopressin or ADH, no, ADH. So this our posterior pituitary neurohypophysis secretes what hormone? It secretes the hormone vasopressin or antidiuretic hormone ADH. So this will secrete the vasopressin or ADH, and the ADH this will causes the ADH will causes the diabetes insipidus. Okay, so answer will be diabetes is deficiency of vasopressin or ADH. Yeah, antidiuretic hormone ADH. Okay, will cause the disease here diabetes insipidus. And diabetes insipidus, there will be no glucose in the blood. Okay, right? No glucose in the blood. Right. Then we have one question here. Okay. No.